6 early, 4 late. Amen. 9, 10 is too many. And then you get this bleep sandwich. What happened yesterday? Charger, now it got close. But at the same time, in the second half, the Charger game was a blowout. Dallas is up 30 points, and the Niners had a comfortable lead. Yeah. That's all we had to work with.
Sure.
Come on, NFL.
Okay, so the Week 5 opening numbers and where they sit right now at DraftKings, the Thursday night game. I'm actually no poo-pooing here. I'm excited for this game. Bears and Commanders. It's in Washington, and the Commanders are favored by 6.5, Paulie, and the total is 45. I'll ask you, too low of a number here? This Bears defense, they've allowed 25-plus points in 14 straight games, and the Commanders now have allowed 30 straight back-to-back games here. Fields looked great yesterday.
Yeah, I'd have to take the over. Side's tough. I don't know. 1 week, Howell looks good. Then he looks bad. Then he looks good.
Yeah.
He looked a great second half in the comeback and sending that game to overtime against Philadelphia. I mean, that was a great job how Howell played. But I would think there'd be points in this one. Yes, so. Absolutely. And I like to certainly Bieniemy's doing a nice job here.
Yeah, I don't really want to lay 6 points in the Commanders, so you know what I'm saying? In London, early game here. Bills opened 4.5 yesterday against Jacksonville. It's 5.5. Total is 48. Is that enough?
Yeah, Jacksonville won, but I wasn't impressed. I mean, it was more bad Ritter, though. Ritter not playing well, and you get the pick 6 early on. Disappointing Ridley. Had the touchdown, but he's not making an impact like he thought he would. He was great in week 1. Since then, it's they got to be better on offense, and they got to get this figured out. I know they had the slow start last year, but this is a tough division they're in. So, interesting scheduling spot that they're already there, and they get back-to-back London games. And Buffalo looked like a freight train, looked like the best team in the AFC. But I think the total's too high.
A London game, going to go under. Jacksonville's offense not exactly firing on all cylinders.
Yeah. This one's at Tottenham Hotspur, that stadium.
Yeah. So could the Bills have a letdown?
Sure, absolutely. Look what happened to Miami.
And more injuries.
Everyone's pumping your tires, injuries, White.
They were really up for that game yesterday.
Right. Yep.
Okay, so then the Panthers are playing in Detroit. Lions are now 8.5 this morning. Total is 44. Name something that you like about the Panthers right now.
Nothing. Not one thing. Coaching, I don't even like the defense. And plus they're losing a guy every week with injuries. And it's early. I agree with all the tweets. You watch Stroud and Richardson play and then watch Young play.
Yep.
And they traded up to get him. Oh, boy. This one could be really bad.
Traded up from number 9. Had to have the guy.
Richardson in the second half against the Rams? Doing it all.
Oh, yeah. He is a blast to watch. Stroud is evidently the real deal, at least so far. Again, had a nice game yesterday.
Yeah, lit up Pittsburgh.
And this whole offense is just completely shattered in Carolina. Certainly Detroit on teasers and in Survivor. They will be consideration number 1 for me in Survivor.
Much improved defensively. Yep. And they'll probably take it away as well.
Another big number. The Dolphins are hosting the Giants. Giants, of course, playing tonight on Monday Night Football. And Tua and the fellas in Miami laying 9.5. Total is 49.5. My first thought is, again, is that enough points?
Yeah.
49.5? Miami?
Here's a Survivor, too. It's not a lot to work with this upcoming week, but the two that stick out are Detroit and Miami.
I
don't see how the Giants are going to slow them down at all.
I think we're getting points in that game.
Yeah.
Ravens are now laying 3.5 in Pittsburgh. Total is 40.5. I don't know. Might have to be a good thing if the Steelers have to go to a different quarterback. It sucks. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a good thing he got hurt. I never want to see anybody get hurt, but you know what I'm saying? The backups here might be better than Kenny Pickett at this point.
Yeah. Well, the scheme stinks too. That doesn't help.
Agreed.
What they're running. So I want to see Tomlin talk the big game afterwards. Let's see what happens.
Texans now, wow, look at this. More money on Houston today. This look-ahead number had Atlanta laying 3.5 at home to Houston. It's now Atlanta 2, total is 41. Is it just going to keep coming down? What are we going to get to a pick 'em here at some point?
Well, they look great the last 2 weeks. And Stroud's been awesome. So it's just it's the same thing, right? Do you really how do you got to feel going to the window of the app and you're betting on Desmond Ridder? I mean, you just can't do it.
Here's the thing.
They're lucky they shouldn't have won that Green Bay game. They were down 9 in the fourth quarter at home.
Here's what you really have to like about Houston. DeMeco Ryans is a defensive coach. And so far through 4 games, it's the San Francisco offense that he brought over. You have to be super impressed with how the offense is clicking right now.
Yep.
And weapons like Tank Dell didn't do much yesterday, but look at Nico Collins. So they have guys to throw the ball to. Finally, kind of a breakout game and a bunch of carries.
I love those uniforms.
For Dameon Pierce, they're excellent.
Yep.
So, but that's the, I think, really good thing here is that you expect a defensive guy to come in and it's going to look a lot, it's going to be, ugly a lot of times. And the offense might take a minute. It's the exact opposite. Your offense has been great for Houston. We mentioned this game earlier. Saints are catching 1 at the Pats, and the total is 39.
I don't see how this goes over unless there's a plethora of turnovers.
The turnovers could get you here.
It can't. Way too high. And again, Saints have played 11 straight unders.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know as far as the side. You'd think Belichick getting blown out, ready to go, but if it's Zappy, probably. But you want to take Mac Jones right now? Can't do it.
The only way I would take Mac Jones here on the side or have a bet in this game is if Derek Carr is going to play quarterback again.
Yeah.
Did he look close to 100% to you? It's another guy, Dennis Allen.
All fair.
Yikes.
That's another intriguing division. I mean, Tampa might do this. Oh, boy. This is upside down.
Yeah, they could.
What's going on with this 2 South divisions?
As of now, the Titans are laying a point at Indy. Total is 42. I have no real strong opinion on that game.
Good job by Tannehill. But, okay, do it again. You got Henry going. Defense played well. Then again, Cincinnati didn't pose any type of threat. And Richardson, again, just so dangerous, taking off and running.
Yep.
That's the other thing. With another touchdown that he had.
Another thing. Is Jonathan Taylor going to be back now?
Doesn't look like it. Doesn't sound like it.
Okay.
That's in the practice window, and they're still trying to deal him.
Also, with the Colts, running game being the key here. Richardson also maybe trying to get some of these backs involved. You really cannot run against the Titans. They are awesome on the line.
Yep.
So that's what they take away from other offenses. The Eagles are 5.5 in L.A. against the Rams. Total is 47. Man.
They're moving the ball. I got to give it up to McVay. And Puka did it again.
He did it, yeah.
Now, I don't know what happened. They're blowing the big lead. And guess what? Maher has the yips. Okay, breaking news. He missed a couple field goals.
Remember, that's why he wanted to get that field goal in there against the 49ers, right? Get him some work.
Yeah, because kicking a field goal down 10, that's just such a pressure kick.
Everything was going to be corrected at that point.
Yeah, right.
Now, see, here's the thing. The Eagles were laying 5 in Tampa last week. Now they're 5.5 in the Rams.
I don't like their defense, the way they're playing.
I think they can be had, put it this way.
Yeah.
I heard Mike Palm yesterday on the network when I was driving around with Brent Musburger. He made a good point. Because they played on 2 short weeks already, it looks like the Eagles, they actually might be the team that's gassed kind of right now.
Yeah. Well, Eagle Nation, though. They'll take over that stadium.
We just had a move in the Bengals game at DraftKings. They moved from 4.5 down to 4 against the Cardinals, 42.5. This is one of the first bets that I made. Yesterday on the openers, I took 5 plus Arizona. Again, I don't know how the Bengals were favored. This opened up close to a touchdown with Joe Burrow's health right now. How is that possible? And Arizona, they were feisty yesterday. Again, 21-16, going for a 2-point conversion, late third quarter against the 49ers on the road. And they had almost 400 yards of offense. All right. Chiefs are laying 5.5 against the Vikings, total 52.5.
Could be a nightmare for Flores. He's going to send all this pressure, and Mahomes off one of the worst games of his career.
Yep.
Broncos
laying now 2.5, down from 3 at home against the Jets.
Well, congratulations, Zach. You look good. Now you got to do it again. And
he does.
The season's on the line. So now I want to see what he does on the road.
Yep.
And see if they can move the ball against his porous Denver defense.
How good is this game Sunday night? The 49ers are 3.5 to the Cowboys. Totals 45.5.
I'm not going against Brock Purdy. Can't do it. Flawless performance yesterday. 12-0 now when he plays at least 3 quarters.
Yeah.
So, and then McCaffrey. MVP discussion? Absolutely.
Has to be.
I don't care he's a running back. What he's doing and what he means.
overall.
Here's 100 yards on the ground. Okay, it's 3rd and 6. I'm going to throw it to him.
Yep.
Here comes, here's a couple more touchdowns. So 13 games in a row with a touchdown. He's great.
The Niners have to be north of 3 against the Cowboys. I don't care how good Dallas was yesterday. And then the Monday night game out here in Las Vegas, this open pick, this is another game that I bet. I bet Packers pick. And Packers are now 43.5 against the Raiders.
Yeah, the added rest. I like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think at that point.
They're going into their bye, too.
Yeah. But they're going to get, some of these other guys are going to be, I think, closer to being fully ready than what they were Thursday against the Lions. So that's why that added rest, I think, is going to be a big deal.
Visit VSiN.com to get current odds, listen for free, find showtimes, and download VSiN sports betting podcasts.